They about to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topic? Crew looking like Pentatonics, locked in, recording in tropics. In the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics. We lit, never thought about it. Just live out the look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topics? Sitting way back, all black, I'm talking. Feeling like Shaq, I weigh my options. In the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics. It's saucy, all the projects.
What's up? RCR Presents, MSD Sports. My name's Sam, also known as YBK. We got Mikey over here. We got Camden over here. And let's go. MSD episode. Let's get it, Mikey, introduce yourself. Mikey, introduce yourself.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Michael John. And I'm with the squad. Y'all know what it is, MSD.
Yes, sir. Camden, what's up?
What's going on? You know who it is. You know who I am. It's your boy, Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee. And I'm with the greatest trio ever assembled, MSD. It's been a wild weekend. You know, your boy is still recovering from the Monday night shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? We was going crazy on the 50-yard line. Shit was wild. And check the stories, check the stuff, because, you know, we're going to be posting on the MSD page for show. But YBK.
Yes, sir.
What we got going on tonight? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. MSD Sports episode 42 agenda. Let's get it. MLB, everybody. We got some free agent signings that we gonna talk about. Let's get it. NBA, you know what I'm saying? We got the NBA Cup. We'll talk about it. Let's get it. But NFL, everybody, is coming close. I think we got 4 weeks left. Let's get it. There's so much to talk about. And I think there's a UFC Michael Jones Octagon. So let's get it. There's a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. MLB, everybody. GNYBK is back with the news.
Come on,
let's go. So if we start, I guess, chronologically.
Okay.
So it was first that I think Edwin Diaz, the relief pitcher for the New York Mets, just got signed with the LA Dodgers, everybody. And what is going on? The reigning champions, back-to-back, two-time back-to-back champions, Dodgers signed Edwin Diaz in a 3-year, $69 million contract, making him one of the highest-paid relievers in a AAV basis.
Big money.
Oh, my David. I know you happy about you wearing your Dodgers hat, too.
I got my Dodgers hat on. You already know what it is.
Goodness.
You already know what it is. I mean, I'm feeling pretty excited. The rich get richer. I think that's really what it boils down to. I mean, that deferred money, like we were talking about. Listen, we got a couple more years, maybe a year or two, before they change the rules. The CBA goes crazy. So we're going to cash in as best as we can. I mean, $66 million. I think it's a great signing. Michael John, how are you feeling about Diaz going from a semi-contender to a true contender with the Los Angeles Dodgers?
I mean, I'm not surprised. Dodgers continue to make moves in every offseason. It's okay. You can never have too much. Can never be too rich of talent. And if you have the money to spend, they should spend it. That's why I be wanting the Red Sox to spend that money. Y'all got the money, you spend it. That's how I felt about the Patriots the last few years. Had all that cap space. You better spend it when you got it.
When you got it.
And I mean, Mr. Diaz from the New York Mets coming off 1.63 ERA. He played 62 games over here. I think he had 28 saves. And I mean, this man, I feel like Dodgers filled what their weakness was in the season.
Yes.
Bullpen.
Yes.
They blew so many saves this season, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know.
Yes.
Like, now they have a closer that's elite.
Well, is Roki Sasaki still going to close games, or no?
I feel
you
like
think
now with Diaz,
you'll let him pitch if he needs to?
Right.
He's flexible now.
Yeah.
Like whatever the Dodgers need, I feel like Roki can come and fill it up, and I feel like I feel like he's overpaid in my opinion.
Okay.
AAV wise is like $23 million, but when I talked to my fellow Dodger fans, they said, "Who cares? We have the money." I'm like, "Oh, all right." I mean, it's true.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think this is a sign for next year that Shohei isn't going to be pitching as much as we thought in terms of coming off of a World Series win? Do you think that they wanted to just bolster up this kind of bullpen just so that, you know what, Shohei, in case something happens and you can't pitch really next year, we got something just to double check in, and Sasaki could kind of go into the regular starting rotation? Michael John, what you think?
I mean, I don't think so. I think they're still planning for Shohei to pitch more, and he's a starting pitcher. He's not really a relief pitcher, so I feel like you always need to shore up the relief, the bullpen. Okay. I think Shohei is more of just like that benefit of we could have him pitch, but we really don't need him to pitch, especially with with Glasnow, Snell, Yamamoto. Do you really need Shohei? Is he a must starter? No, but it's just like, if you got it, you got it. He just don't have to start like 25 starts. He could start like 12, 13, 14. That's good enough.
But honestly, I can see Shohei going 25 to 27, though, honestly.
They should give him a full workload if he's healthy enough to take it.
I feel like, why not? Because with the money that he's getting paid with the deferment, man, I feel like the Dodgers can definitely push him for that 25, 27.
Yeah, but they also paid him for all those years, so you don't want to, you know what I mean? You don't buy a brand new car and then just floor it the whole way. You got to take care of it a little bit, you know what I mean? Just to, you want it to be running 5 years from now.
At least.
So,
Okay.
I
mean, they do got starting pitching depth.
That's what I'm saying, bro. With this whole new signing, I'm like, dang, like this kind of is like, I don't need Shohei to pitch at all. Like at all.
Well, you need starters though. This is a good relief pitcher, but we'll see what Sasaki does.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he could be, because he used to start too.
At the same time, it's more like you sign Shohei because he pitches them bats.
Yes.
So I feel like Dodgers, I feel it's a good mix to have good flexibility.
He got that money, that extra 20 milli per year because he pitches. So like I feel like you can't give 70 million a year just for a good hitter.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
50 million a year. Okay.
Okay, but not
Right?
70.
Yeah.
70, you got to do a
Not 70.
70.
Yeah.
Put
no.
an extra on that
So-
top. Put an extra.
Yeah. And then
Talk to me.
number two.
Number 2.
After that,
Someone else got a little extra.
Mr. Kyle Schwarber re-signs with the Philadelphia Phillies in a 5-year, $150 million deal. And I feel like this is great for Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah.
Great. First of all, like he's the man that almost brought the Phillies to the postseason, gives that power bat, gives the leadership, the veteranness of the clubhouse too. All of the above, I feel like it's a plus for all sides.
You think 30 million AV is good?
I feel like it's
For
great.
that age is not bad.
It's not bad.
He a power hitter. He came off 55 home runs?
Yeah.
140 RBIs, 130. Like he had a great year. He's not a contact hitter, but I like Schwarber. Schwarber played a year with the Sox too. Shout out to Schwarber. I'm glad that he made his money. Yeah. And he's raking. He's hitting 40, 50 home runs every year for like how many years? Let's look at the totals the last 5 years. 32, 46, 47, 38, 56 home runs. Nasty.
Okay.
So that's a lot of money. Bro, that's great.
30 million.
And now he's a full-time DH, so you don't have to worry about him about going to left field. Like you stay there, you do your part, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All you got to do is show up and, you know what I mean, hit them drums.
Exactly.
Collect them
Shout out.
checks. Shout out to Schwarber.
Watch out, National League East. I mean, Mets, y'all lost. You know what I'm saying? We're about to talk about the Mets right now, but y'all lost Mr. Alonso, Mr. Diaz.
We talked about Alonso last year.
Steve Cohen, I don't know what you're doing. You just signed Juan Soto in a crazy $765 million, and you lost 2 of your top players.
That's what I'm wondering how Juan Soto's feeling. I'm talking all that mess. I'm saying, listen, I'm like, man, I'm losing this guy. I'm losing this guy. I'm like, did I come to the Mets just for the face? Yes, buddy. You came for the face and the check. Should have stayed with the Yankees.
That's what you get.
How much?
Right.
So how much money did Pete Alonso end up getting? Because last year that was a big. We talked about that. He was a free agent for a long time.
Yes, he was.
And I was surprised. I thought the Mets would offer him, but this year they offered him probably another 1 year type, 1 or 2 years. But just like Schwarber, he wants that 5 year. Yeah. These players want the long term commitment and they want that money. And he's a good power hitter, but that's what he is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Put him on, slot him fourth, and just let him do his job. And I feel like
He'd be straight.
That guy got so much tremendous power. But speaking of the National League East, everybody, Mr. Pete Alonso found a new team. What? He is going to the Baltimore Orioles.
What?
On a 5-year, $155 million contract. And I don't think the Mets fought or bid it and try to get him back.
I wouldn't have either, to be honest with you. It's a lot of $150 million for Pete Alonso right now is a lot. It's just I would give that to Schwarber, but I'm not sure I'm giving it to Pete Alonso right now.
I feel like he's been such a fan favorite. Mm-hmm. He's done so much for the city. People just loved him for so long. I feel like this is the end of a really nice partnership. I mean, it feels sad. I mean, I never thought I'd see him on and of all things, an Oriole jersey.
I know.
He almost ended up, but he almost left last year.
He did.
Like he only re-signed on a 1 year deal with them, so we knew then that it was like
and that was
temporary, and that was a late free agent signing. So all the telltale signs were there that like there was an impasse between Pete Alonso and the Mets. And I don't blame the Mets for not wanting to commit $155 million over 5 years for Pete Alonso. I would rather commit to maybe something more serviceable. There's definitely going to be still some hitters who can maybe give you 20, 30. What did he do last year? Because it's like a what did you do for me most recently business. What did he do? Like last year, it's 38 home runs. It's good, right? 38 home runs.
It's really good.
And then
I say it's elite.
Batted 270, and he hit 126 ribbies. So he's
It's
still
the 270 for me.
He's still putting up numbers. I'm not quite sure that.
But he played all games.
Yeah,
That's what
in
I'm
that
saying.
position.
That
consistency is crazy.
Reliability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in the past, since 2021, the most least games he played was only 152.
Yeah, he's
So
pretty.
it's pretty good.
Pretty reliable.
It's pretty durable.
He's there.
Just not sure if I'm gonna see 40 home runs from him
Anytime soon.
every year for the 50th year out from now. Like, I mean, he's talented
What is his age at this point?
He's 31 right now.
he's still young. He could still hit for a while.
true.
I'm not sure if I would pay 155 million when I just spent all that money on Juan Soto.
I feel like you have to add
and
the
you lost a
factor-
relief pitcher.
Yes. And you have to add the fact that Alonso's not even moving to a National League team. He's going to an American League team.
Right.
So this is even different. And you know what I'm saying? Even though it's the same MLB, but I feel like it's a different animal on both sides. So, man, Pete Alonso, you're in the Orioles. But speaking of the Orioles, it's crazy how the AL East is bolstering up their teams.
They know what's up.
You got the Sox with the, what's his name, Sonny Gray and the 20 million. You got Blue Jays signing Dylan Cease, plus the Korean MVP Pons coming in. You got freaking Orioles signing Pete Alonso. And I think the other day, we didn't really talk about it, the Tampa Bay Rays signed Steven Matz in their starting rotation. So, you know what I'm saying? They're adding depth all around. Meanwhile, my boys aren't doing anything. And all this news right now is like, oh, Steinbrenner don't want to pass the 300 million threshold. Oh, like we want to save money. But it's like, I feel like this time we have to be urgent. All of us, all the teams around our AL East are being upgraded. And we're really not doing anything. All we did was add Trent Grisham with a 22.
I think it's difficult though. I think because it's like one, you got the culture that people not necessarily want to be a Yankee. You're already hearing stuff from coming out, and even a guy coming from the Sox from the Yankees to the Sox, he's talking shit. You got other people where it's like at the end of the day they got the money. Where it's like the Sox have a ton of cap space, so us spending money on it not a big deal. The Blue Jays, they just were in the championship. They're trying to do what they got to do. And, our little brother in Baltimore is just trying to figure it out. The question is, are you guys going to make a splash either during the offseason in the next month or so, or are you guys going to make a big trade?
Well, they try and get Kyle Tucker,
That's what I'm saying.
Bregman.
I feel
They want a big player.
I think
Want a
right
big
now,
player.
the most priority for us is Cody Bellinger. I feel like Kyle Tucker doesn't really fit. I saw the news that we talked to him yesterday during the winter meetings, but Cody Bellinger's we're looking to sign him in a 5-year, but I think he wants to be in a 7-year because I think he's under Boris. Scott Boris is
always
under.
wants that big
so
money.
he wants the
Boris don't play
7,
by
but
that
I
money.
think the Yankees are trying to give
Boris
5.
do
So
not
I think
play.
that's
Nice.
where the counter is.
Yeah, the thing is, you also let Devin Williams walk.
Yes.
Like, I know we talked about Edwin Diaz, right?
True that.
Because
True
Edwin
that.
Diaz left
Good
the Mets,
point.
but the Mets signed Devin Williams. So, you know what I mean? At least, you lose one, but you signed
somebody.
a good relief pitcher from another team, right? So it's
That's
not
true.
it's not
That's
really like a
true.
pure loss,
It
you know?
is like you get the discount, but man, like when you compare Devin to Edwin, it's like
Not the
you
same.
driving a Nissan and then it's an Audi. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm not saying a Mercedes, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that
Yeah.
mid-level where it's like a big difference.
The Nissan be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can make it poppin'.
Yeah. But yeah.
Depends on you just got to know how to make it work. That's it.
That's
So,
a great point.
It's
That's a great point about Devin Williams. I mean, it's another borough, but good luck to him over there.
I'd love to see one of the big splash free agents come off the board. So I'm interested to
soon.
see. I know the Sox were targeting Kyle Tucker as well, but I want Bregman to come back. Actually, I thought he
on,
was a good
Bregman.
fit. He hurt himself, like the hammy or whatever had happened, and he missed all them games. But he was
long
pretty
did he do?
solid. He was pretty solid while he played last year. Like I liked Bregman. I felt like he was a pretty good fit.
We talked about this. The Sox had an issue last year of cancer in the locker room. And once we got rid of,
Devers?
Once we got rid of Devers, sent that boy up to San Francisco, it's a different type of situation. So I think now we have a whole year, and this is what I talked about. during the earlier episodes. We got a year under our belt. We could get a little continuity. Life is going to be all right, and we popping. What's some numbers looking like on them?
Alex Bregman in 2025 in Boston Red Sox batted a .273, 18 home runs, 62 RBIs with a .821 OPS.
How many games?
He played 114 games. All-star.
18 home runs?
18 home runs.
It's okay.
Little low, but
The
821 OPS gets me.
Yeah,
like,
but
all right, pretty good.
you got to get on base. He's not like a 4 hitter.
I
He's
got
like you know what I mean. Let
gets
him
on
bat
base.
top 3.
Yeah.
Let him
Yeah.
bat 1 through 3, and let him.
And he gives
you
you the defense.
But if he played the whole year and didn't get injured and have to come back and get your groove back,
You think he get 24?
You could still hit 30 home runs.
I feel like you can find. Look at
30 and 100.
Look at this. Look at this 2023 season right here. I think you're gonna get exactly this right here.
Yeah, like
He played 161 games.
Okay.
He batted a 262, a little low.
Right.
But he had 25 home runs, 98 RBIs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Yeah, that's
with
nice.
25.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
Solid.
I'm cool with 25.
and from the position too.
Exactly.
It's
And playing
good
third.
production coming out of that position.
A
You know what I
Gold
mean?
Glove caliber infielder
Yeah.
plus
and,
that.
and a good clubhouse, you know what I'm saying?
True that.
Type of player. So I'm with that.
Quote unquote champion. Still champion, but quote unquote. But, you know what I'm saying? Great presence though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Come on with it. Man. GMYBK.
Yes, sir.
In and out tonight. I love it.
I know.
We're getting it popping.
I mean, those are like the top right now. So let's
real.
go.
Yeah.
We still got more. We got Amai, Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger. So we
Yeah.
We'll be on the lookout.
are on a lookout.
We are on the lookout for
Yes.
sure.
Nice.
I know YBK gonna be coming up. GMYBK gonna be coming up in
Oh, you
later
already
episodes
know.
for sure.
You already know.
Guys, I know we talked a little bit. We were talking about the NBA.
Yeah.
NBA is what's going to NBA Cup. How are we feeling about the NBA Cup? I know we haven't been watching a lot of basketball over the last calendar week. It's kind of been quiet.
Slow, huh?
You know,
The schedule is so thin.
I'm hoping with my fantasy week, you know what I'm saying? I'm 4-1. I'm hoping I can squeeze another
you
victory
five-
out.
you 5-1, my dog.
I'm 5-1. I forgot.
Big dog right here. He
Big dog.
discrediting
I
himself.
forgot I caught a dub.
We
over this
chilling,
weekend.
yo.
Yeah,
We chilling. So
man.
I'm gonna tell y'all because last year I was way more excited and higher on NBA Cup, and I liked the first time we saw the new courts and the colorful courts and oh wow, like it's a in season tournament. I liked it at first, and now it's tired to
I'm
me.
over it.
It's already like tiring
Summer Walker.
for me. So I don't know. That's it. Like I don't hate it. It doesn't give me the flair that it did the first year.
At first, I felt like it was not a money grab, and it was like, oh, we're going to pay some guys who don't normally get it. We're going to get some extra eyes on the NBA. Life is good. I'm bored out of my mind. I'm like, listen, I know the Lakers are in it, so I'm very, very grateful about that. But other than that, I'm like, you know what? Like, this is kind of like just regular.
Yeah. It's mid.
It's hella mid. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still getting you lit, but it's mid. It's definitely mid.
Like, I'll watch like the championship final.
Correct.
For sure.
For sure.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Getting to there, like I ain't watch no games because I felt like before there was a rivalry. I felt like the matchups were better, the team selections in terms of the games were better. Now I'm just kind of like, You got Oklahoma City, you got New York, you got the Lakers. I'm like, you got San Antonio in there, and I'm like,
I mean, we could just fast forward and send the trophy for NBA Cup to Oklahoma City
Yeah,
now if y'all want to.
Listen, that's what you keep.
If y'all want to, we could
I
just
agree.
send it to them now.
No, I
you
agree.
want to just send them the cup?
Yeah,
that
and
money?
then just give us a few days off. I'm fine with it. I'll talk to Big Dog Adam. I mean, I could hit. I
should hit
mean,
him
you
up.
know, I like gold, but I'm still cool with silver.
I'm just saying having a nice little Lakers, OKC would be nice for the money.
But they have to play each other
gotta play the
early in
semis.
the semi bracket.
So-
Why y'all think? Okay, so we still on that. Y'all still think the Lakers can beat OKC?
Listen,
Why not?
You think they
Early
could?
money.
Why not?
Early money.
Why
They
not?
can't even beat the Celtics.
Listen. The Celtics.
Why not?
They can't even beat the Celtics. Pardon the visual difficulty right here. We're having a little visual technical difficulty
all right
over
in
here,
about
but y'all
10
should still
seconds.
hear us right here, bro. They can't even beat the Celtics, and we don't have JT. We got Josh Minot and Luka Garza and these Jordan Walsh, bald head. Are you telling me Jordan Walsh is beating you? And you gonna beat
Jordan Walsh.
Oklahoma City?
Listen.
Come on, guys.
the bald guy, the
Come
bald
on,
guy.
guys.
Oh, yes.
Listen,
I remember that guy.
first off, alopecia is playing out of his mind. Okay, he's been developing, he's been growing, he's been doing his thing, and so you know what I mean. It's one of those things where I'm not too worried about them. They let the Celtics, which is a team that was riddled with injury, has tons of, experience against them. Just let them count them sleeping for like 10 seconds. It's nothing. It's nothing big deal. Now, when the NBA Cup come and we play OKC, it's gonna be a little bit different.
Why, you're only gonna lose by 15 instead of by 20?
Listen, we might lose.
Now this is tournament Bron.
Listen, all I care about.
Tournament Bron.
How I say this, I'll put money that if they play each other in the Cup, Johns.
So in the semis.
Okay. That my boy Shea is gonna play a fourth quarter.
Can you guys get through the Spurs? Well, listen.
No. All I'm saying is he's gonna play fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think Shea.
That's good. That's good.
I think Shea's gonna have to play a fourth quarter.
I don't think he had to play the fourth quarter today.
That's
FYI.
what I'm saying. So that's what I said.
I don't think he did it. He doesn't have to. It's 121 to 76.
That's what I'm
8 minutes
saying.
left.
Oh damn, my boy, okay.
Yeah.
He
is
on the floor.
He is
they're
chilling.
the starters are off. They're up by 35. Yeah, with
35.
Yeah, it's
what I'm
123 to 76. The
Damn.
game's over. But listen, that's why I'm telling you. Why you think the Lakers gonna do something to that?
I think Shea gonna play in the fourth quarter. I didn't say the Lakers gonna do much, but they're gonna play in the fourth quarter, just a little bit.
We'll
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
So I'm just telling.
They got to get through the Spurs first, and even with no Wemby, I still think that the Spurs could beat the Lakers tonight.
You wildin'.
With no Wemby.
Watch my boy DeAndre Ayton go crazy. He going for 20, 14, and 6 tonight.
He could try.
He's gonna do it.
He is. I agree.
He's gonna do it.
It's possible.
Come on with it.
Definitely
baby.
possible.
Come on with it. Put the money on.
Spurs easy. We're gonna take them.
Easy money.
Easy money.
I wouldn't be
Easy
surprised
money.
if my dog Luke Cornett. It comes in.
Nah.
Yeah, you know who it is, because that's our former Celtic.
He do got a clean jumper. He'd
be on them boards.
But I feel like in 2020, in this 2025, 2026 season, the difference is like we have a big man. You're saying Aiden, and you are right.
That's what I'm saying.
We got a big man that a hole that we finally filled. Like, you know what I'm saying? I liked. That's what AD was looking for when he was in the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, I'm gonna play the 4, and I need a 5. I need a big 5.
No, but Luka didn't play with AD, so we gotta slow
sure,
down.
for sure.
You know what I mean? That's a little. Let's not disrespect AD and be like, now we have a true 5 with Ayton. It's like you play as good as your team around you. Imagine Luka and AD was paired together. That
with
would
the LeBron?
That would be
With the LeBron?
that would be dangerous.
nasty.
That would be
That would be
dangerous.
nasty.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you that. I'll give you
So.
that. It's all right. Don't worry about my Lakers. Purple and gold, baby. We big
Yes,
chips.
sir.
I ain't worried about it. I mean, I'm worried about my Celtics, and somehow we 20-pieced them.
I mean, how do you feel about your Celtics beating the Lakers? It was you know what I mean? I know you caught us slipping. We was on the sewer to Fed on the way over there.
There's no way that if the Celtics and Lakers ever play, that it's caught slipping. It's like if the Red Sox and Yankees play. There's no caught slipping, bro. That's them getting the Lakers got punched in the melt in the first quarter and was out of it the whole game
There
after
was
that.
a lot of threes. Y'all was just barraging the 3 game.
No, also too, I know we have to do our check-in.
Barrage.
We have to do our check-in on my boy.
Barrage.
Mr. JB. Let's take a look at what Mr. JB has been doing.
What's Oilhead looking like these days?
Because what did he put up against
What's my
them?
dog looking like?
He went, Mr. Jalen Brown on the Lakers game went 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists to 1 steal.
That's what the stat line that I expect from him.
Yeah, 38 and 8.
There we go.
That's nice, bro.
We was talking about 24, 6 and 4. He was like, "Oh, that's good." I said, "That's ass."
No, it's not. You want to know why? I did some I looked at the stats. Let's talk stats because we love to talk stats.
Yes, of
There's
course.
one team in the league, right, that has 3 people in the top 40 for assists, and it's the Celtics.
Okay.
Only 3 players. No other team has 2 or more. No other player has more than 2, and that's and it might have even been top 36 in the league.
Okay.
So I don't feel like you could say that that's trash if you're saying that there isn't 35 players better. Like if they all have 5, Derek White, Pritchard, and JB.
They all have 5.
There's
not
only 33 dudes who have who are possible on that list to have more than them. Like that's 33 people, bro, out of the whole NBA. So like I feel like the blatant disrespect to JB is hilarious this year.
33, 32, and 31. I'm like, if you was 5, 17, and 30, I'd be like, that's nasty. Or if you was
but what is the stats? To be honest, I'm not sure what it is. It's probably just as good as it was last week, though. This year,
you talking about
29. I would say it's 29 on 50% shooting,
Okay.
36% three-point shooting, which is not great, but like probably above league average or about league average. Almost 80% from the free throw line, which is a good improvement for JB.
That is better.
That's up from like he's at 78.5. That's definitely up from last year. 6.2 rebounds and 4.9 assists, 5 assists, and 1 steal a game. So I don't know. I mean, we're sitting there. It's looking pretty good. Like, I feel like I like these numbers a lot. That's like good stats for what we're looking for JB. A lot of stats too don't translate necessarily to the stat sheet,
true.
right? Like leadership, clutch. Who's clutch? Who's been clutch for the Celtics even in the times when JT was on the floor? We've seen a lot of clutch moments, and who's clutched up?
True, facts.
I just feel like, I just want to keep checking in and saying, like, listen, bona fide all-star, that's without a doubt.
Okay.
But is he still going to sit in that territory of all NBA second team, third team? That's a fine debate for us to have. Does he belong on all NBA first team? We could debate that one.
Right.
But to say that he's not an all NBA player, I feel like is crazy for JB right now. But that's a lot of the narrative that I do hear that narrative a lot. So
I couldn't disrespect him like that. He's not all NBA. And I thought he was going to really be a solid second team, mid first team, where we're like, ooh, he could be on the first. I'm not 100% sure, but he's definitely on the second. But he's teetering on a lot of third team, second team.
So that means you're a top 15 player in the league to be on the NBA 13. That's why I'm saying this.
JB, I thought
the way we talking about it is crazy.
Honestly, when you look at the stats too, like in this 2020, in this season, 2025, it's his career high in almost every category.
Yeah.
It's like he hasn't been doing this almost never.
It's because he got more pressure.
He is the one now.
He's the one.
He's the one.
He's the one.
But I feel like, pretty good.
But it's
as
not
the one.
It's not like a Russell Westbrook force feeding him to do all of this everything on the stat line. It's It's no force feeding.
Yeah.
And let's just take a look now as at the leaderboard, like the standings. Because the NBA standings have now, like, as we said last week, like, the East is so close together. Like, it's already shifted so drastically in 1 week. Celtics are 8-2 in their last 10, and all of a sudden we go from being a play-in team all the way up to the third seed at the moment, which is how crazy.
Wow.
That's why I'm saying, like, 6 games above 500. I like it. We started the season, I think, like 2-4, like, we lost our first 3, started like pretty crappy record, but everyone will regress to the mean. It's why I look at some of these teams and, I do believe in the Pistons. I believe in the Knicks. I still believe in the Cavaliers, even though they kind of teetering that 500. They still haven't really proved it yet, but I think Magic are in a bit of a tough spot with Franz going down, and hopefully it's closer to 2 weeks than the 4 weeks that's projected. Shout out to Franz because that's one of my reliable fantasy players.
You need that, brother.
But I like the way the standings are looking. I think that if the Celtics can just linger around enough, we still have a shot in the East.
Come on.
Just got to linger around this year. So
It just as long as they're not in the play-in, it's going to be all right.
yeah. West is still looking like the same suspects there at the top of the, Thunder are 23-1. Does tonight's game count as 20, or is that going to be 24-1?
Do you think these guys are going to catch the record? Because that's really what it boils
They're
down
on-
to. If
they-
we're talking,
They're definitely on pace.
They're on pace, but I don't think that they'll overplay their players if they have such a substantial lead and they lock down that 1 seed. I think they'll give like players rests at the end of the year, and I still think the bench might be able to do it. I don't think they're going to play like the Warriors did that year when they said, screw it, we're tired, we're hurting, but we want this record for the history books. So Clay and Draymond and Steph and them was like, let's play, let's keep playing. So
If Shay's not playing fourth quarters though, what you mean you getting tired? What you ain't doing nothing. You playing.
How is that doing nothing? What's it? He averaged 1 minute less a game or 2 minutes less a game than the number one on the Lakers. Luka averages 35 minutes and Shea averages 33.
I'm just saying.
It's just efficiency.
That's what I mean.
I don't have to play in the fourth. I played 33 minutes plus a game. It's still like, I mean, that's right. That's more than it's definitely more than Braun, huh? Definitely more than Braun, but Luka played 35 minutes a game.
That's true.
Reeves plays 33. We don't be saying he don't play enough. Shea just plays an efficient 33.
It's just,
you know what I mean?
I'm just saying. I'm hoping, like I said, the Lakers, when they see each other, he could play a fourth quarter. I ain't seen him play a fourth quarter all year. I don't even know what he looked like in the fourth quarter no more. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all.
Indiana Pacers know what he looked like.
I mean, they do. They do. And if Tyrese was
That's the last team to even remember, I feel like.
Come on, man. Come on. Them boys. I mean, the NBA is going great. I'm really excited. I feel like, do we have predictions for the NBA Cup? Do we have
OKC.
Other than you? I know Michael John's saying OKC. YBK, what you think?
I think it's OKC.
You think it's OKC?
Yeah.
I also think it's OKC, but my question is, who's gonna be facing them in the East?
Well,
In the cup, it's gonna be either Knicks or Magic.
Who
Yeah, so-
who you got? Who you thinking before the game starts?
Give it to the Knicks. I'll give it to New York. Why not?
Well, yeah, I'll take New York for sure on the east side of it, but OKC's through, so you just see if the Lakers can beat the Spurs.
Tonight.
We'll see.
Tonight.
Oh, it's like 7:00, right? Something like that.
Tonight.
Nice.
If the Spurs win tonight, then they overtake the Lakers in the standings, actually, because Spurs are 16 and 17 or 16 and 7, and the Lakers are 17 and 6.
So we definitely.
So unless y'all played this year already and you won the head-to-head, I don't know if y'all played the Spurs
Bro,
yet
that'd
this
be
year.
crazy because that means Denver's tied too with us. So if Denver wins, we'll be like 4.
And Houston's right there too.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
I think it's gonna be an easy dub. Wemby ain't even playing, so I feel like
I
it'll
agree.
be all right.
Timberwolves are creeping up too, 15 and 9. They got up in them standings a little bit. No. No.
Come on with it. I love it.
I will say this: I don't like the fantasy on this week because it's so light. The
It's very
schedule
light.
is so light.
I'm trying to see.
very-
I got to
very,
score
very
200
light.
points for a dub. 250.
I'm trying to teach Paul, like we did some pickups earlier for Paul. Shout out to Asset Jaime's team because like I'm trying to help him stay in it. So we did a lot of lineup adjusting today, but just gotta hope
It's gonna be tough.
we make it through this week.
Shout out Luka with his daughter, his baby.
He had another
He had to
one.
he had to go to Slovenia. I think that's why he didn't play like a couple of games, like 2 games. But congrats to him.
Shout out
Congrats
to Luka.
to
Second
Luka.
kid. Let's
Is
go.
he playing tonight?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
he's
about
back.
To,
He's back.
He about to go for 40.
He's back.
Luka about to go for 40 tonight. Shout out to his
I don't
baby.
want any more games missed now, Luka. You play every game now.
Come on with it. Come on with it. NBA.
Beautiful.
NBA was great.
Yeah, 7.
Absolutely great. Absolutely great.
Yeah. Easy money.
Easy money.
MVPs. We have
already? Let's do it.
We talked about it last week. It's a close
Let me
race
see.
right now.
Jokic, bro. I'm going Jokic.
It's Shea, Jokic, and Luka kind of all there. And it was Giannis, but now because this whole talk of this, I heard he's not playing till
It's gonna be a minute.
he ain't playing for a hot minute.
Just like last year, everybody, we got Jokic number 1 so far. In terms of NBA.com MVP ladder, Jokic is averaging. When did this come out? Let me see. This came out
What, last week? 2 days ago?
5 days ago. Oh
5
man.
days ago?
That's
So
fine.
it's a little 5 days late, but still 28, 12.6, and 11.
Okay.
Triple double.
Chippy D.
And Mr. SGA, Michael John's ball,
That's
32,
unreal.
4, and 6, not playing the fourth quarter.
Not playing no force.
And we got our boy, Luka, top 3,
The
35,
man.
9 and 9 almost. 8.9 rebounds, 8.9 assists.
I like that.
Nice.
I like
Just
that
like
a lot.
last year, though, when you think about it.
Unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Jokic is unreal.
Crazy.
He is probably, when he wins this next MVP, will be a top 5 player.
If he wins one more championship, that definitely will push him.
That's what I'm saying.
He averaged.
Shaq is too dominant to put him. You can't put him above Shaq all time on the center
Nope.
yet.
But you can put, but you
But
can definitely put him a top
Hakeem
5
won
center.
2 of them, right?
Yep.
So let him get the second one and we'll talk because all them MVPs do talk too, though.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
MVPs mean something as well.
Yes, it does.
A little bit of money.
Mr. Jokic averaged 32, 11, and 11 in November and opened December with a 29-20 double-double, everybody.
Disgusting.
That's all we going to say about Jokic. That's how dominant this man is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
As long as they finish in like the 2 to 4, if he stays at this rate, I'd give it to Jokic. But if SGA continues same stats and they end up breaking
Breaking
70
the
win
records.
threshold, like it's gonna be hard because winning is on par and is very important in these MVP races. So
Come on.
agree.
Sheesh. Man, NBA.
fun.
We got a lot going on, a lot
love it.
happening. NBA Cup is moving soon. We'll know what's going to be popping probably in the next couple of days or so. So hopefully we can pull it out. But you know
What
why
time it is.
You already
Come on,
know
what time is it, baby?
is. You already know why I'm here.
this is the bulk of it.
It is the NFL
Brr,
Week 14.
brr.
And we started off with a bang. Thursday night. Boy, when I tell you, the Cowboys played the Detroit Lions on an amazing
Yeah.
Thursday night. These Thursday night games on prime time in terms of the Amazon, I don't know what's going on, but these Johns have been phenomenal. The Lions win 44-30. Jameer
Jeez.
Gibbs rushes for 3 touchdowns. And CD Lamb leaves with a concussion.
Yeah, he was bad.
Sheesh.
Dude.
I saw.
Did you see him hit his head?
I knew right away. I said it right away. We was watching. I told
Walker.
Zoe, I'm like, you got to get him off the field right now. He was fencing right away. You could tell when you get that head whiplash.
no way.
I know. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yes.
24 years old with 48 touchdowns.
Come
He
on.
passed Barry Sanders' record, most touchdowns
In Detroit's
for a
history.
Lions player by that age, and most touchdowns in NFL history at the age of 24. Before age of 24.
way.
Yeah. Isn't that insane, bro? He's going crazy. Sonic and Knuckles is a great duo. Really, really great duo.
If anybody had a chance to draft Jahmyr Gibbs and you passed on him, you are sucking your teeth like nobody's business. I'm pretty sure you probably didn't make the fantasy football league or the playoffs if you didn't have this boy. That man is going crazy.
Yeah, he is going crazy.
He saves you weeks.
Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown for toughing it out
Yes.
on that injury with
Yes.
the high ankle sprain, was it, the week before? And that fool played because he wanted to set the tone. He knew this was a must-win. It was a must-win for both teams, so let's get that straight. But it was for sure a must-win for Detroit, especially coming off the loss to the Packers and with the Bears and Packers having great years leading that division. They needed the win. Big win for the Lions. Jared Goff looked pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I got to say, shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown for playing, had a tough game, and Jameson J-Dub, again, what a good game.
James, I mean, the thing is that with the Cowboys, I feel like recently, you know what I mean, with the trades and what Jerry Jones has been doing, it's been a really amazing kind of success story and a turnaround. However, when you're playing a team like the Detroit Lions, who have been doing it for a number of years, staying consistent, grinding out every single game, I think this was just a testimony to Dan Campbell. How do we feel about Dak's performance? Is this the CD Lamb game that was, just lost? Or did we just kind of feel like Dak just didn't play well? He had 2 picks, 5 sacks. You know what I mean? Threw for almost 400, but
It's a classic Cowboys game when they go down and you have to throw the ball. But also, CD did that in the first half only because he got knocked out in like the first drive of the second half.
Yeah.
So CD went for 6 catches, $120 in the first half. But Pickens was nowhere to be found. They when CD went down, they shut down Pickens, and Flournoy had a career day, of course.
Who's
but
Flournoy?
He's the third or fourth string there
Oh my
because they got
gosh.
Turpin, who's a wide receiver running routes too. But once CD went down, they just said, we're going to shut down Pickens.
Yeah.
And, they couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
That's that.
yeah, it was tough. I mean, I'm watching this game.
Defense is trash for them.
Well, here's the thing. You're looking at this game, right? It's the fourth quarter. I think there's 5 minutes to go. The Cowboys are down 30-37. And, I think they go for it on fourth or something like that. Something happens. They maybe kick the punt. And instead of running down the clock, Detroit says, you know what? Bug y'all, we going right down the field. We scoring a touchdown to seal the game. So the score kind of reads a little bit more different than you think. It was a close game up until probably about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. So, but Detroit pulling it out, 44-30 victory. I mean, it was a wild weekend, guys. I think one of the biggest things that we need to talk about, because obviously Seattle beat Atlanta. We knew it was easy. Sam Darnold threw for 3 touchdowns, 249 yards, and I think Seattle's probably going to start taking over the NFC West. But the Bengals played your boy, Michael John, Superman, Josh Allen. Did you watch this game? Were you able to catch a little glimpse of the Burrow, Allen, Burn Allen Bowl?
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a great game. I love when the game comes on, kickoff comes, you see the snow coming down. They trying to clear the field a little bit. It's a snowy first half, super snowy first half.
Yes.
And what do you know? Cold Joe Burrow, ice in his veins, came out slinging.
Come on, man.
First half was great. They went into their locker room with like a 21-7 lead,
Yep.
and Burrow was dealing. In the first half, dealing. And that defense looked good enough, even though Trey Hendrickson ain't going to play all year. They look good enough. But a tale of 2 halves. And it's crazy how one play can drastically shift, I guess in this case, 2 plays.
2 plays.
But it's crazy how a single play can drastically shift the momentum. Bills with a great comeback in the second half, huh?
Josh Allen is now I think he's the leader in touchdowns scored as a quarterback, rushing touchdowns scored.
Wow.
So he's
he got that last week, and he just added to his lead already.
So he's the number one sole controller. He had three throwing touchdowns, one a rushing touchdown, and had 251 yards. I mean, you call him Superman for a reason. Is this kind of a game where it kind of solidifies? Listen, I know I was playing a little lolly over the last couple weeks, but I'm Josh Allen and I'm that guy.
I mean, he made a couple plays happen.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, he made a couple good plays, like when you run man and you run man, and if you let the edge rusher rush too far around instead of keeping him in the pocket, that 30-yard touchdown scramble was like no one in sight. That's what happens when you play man coverage, though.
Yeah.
And you rush wide on the edges. That's what happens. Little hole opens, and then of course the dagger that killed the game was on 3rd and 15 in the fourth quarter when the Bengals had him. Just needed to get a stop to force a punt. 3rd and 15, scramble for Josh Allen. No problem. Game over. But what's crazy is this, Sam, if you didn't see the game, commanding lead, Bengals were in control of this game to start the second half. Drive in, and what happens? Joe Burrow has 2 plays in a row. One is an interception that I'll put on Burrow. He didn't see Benford come in, reading that little, it's not a terrible concept, but didn't see Benford kind of hitting the running back who was in the flat. Gets picked off, like basically with Benford running across the line of scrimmage, hands up, gets the ball, runs in for a touchdown. Not one play later, first play of the next drive, Burrow throws a ball looking for a short pass. Lineman, hand up in the air, tips the ball. Interception. So the game changed drastically on those 2 plays. You almost have to feel bad for the Bengals in a way where it's like, damn, like they could have. It felt like when they were up 21-7, coming out of half, driving a little bit, you felt like, wow, this could be a story for the Bengals. It could be a story. Are they making a run for the division? And unfortunately, Winter Soldier in his natural habitat.
Winter Soldier with the snow falling. Boy, was going absolutely wild. Is it time to shut down Burrow? Is it time?
Not necessarily.
He's 4-9. What are we talking about? What are you saying? They're 4 and 9.
But like, why would you shut him down?
Because he's already. What are the chances of him getting hurt again?
Yeah, but like, what do you pay someone to do, whether you're in the playoffs or not? What do you pay the person for?
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to save him just in case.
Just in case.
Because they're done.
What if you get a freak injury later in the season, a couple games from now? There's 4 weeks left. Something happens, and man gets tweaked.
What if they win every single game for the rest of the season and they pass the Steelers or the Pittsburgh or the Ravens because they can still win the division? There's a lot of what ifs. You see what I mean? What if Burrow throws for 4 touchdowns every game like he threw for this last game? There's a lot of things to say. I would still let him play, one, because the division is still, believe it or not, attainable, because they still have to play Pittsburgh and they still have to play Baltimore. 4 and 9. I know it's crazy, but they really could still win the division if they finish. If they win, if they run the table, if they win,
it's possible.
If they win the next 4. So they don't actually play Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh can still go 1 and 3 too. It's not impossible for Pittsburgh to go 1 and 3.
True.
If they go 4-0, I don't know. I would play him. He missed so much of the season anyway. You need to go into the offseason with some
momentum,
with some sense of work with your crew, some sense of coherence. But I know what you mean. It feels like yet again another lost season. And when do we start saying Zach Taylor should be on the hot seat? I give him 1 more year. I say, like, this year you protect him 1 more time, but it's far from the seasons of them going to AFC Championship and going to playoffs and knocking off the Chiefs or knocking off the Bills.
True.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's far from it.
The only thing I do want to say before we move on to the next game, Joe Burrow did have a press release interview earlier today. I think it was either today or yesterday, and they were talking about, how do you feel about these injuries and things like that. And he says, if I'm not having fun playing the game, I'm not gonna play, and it's not, you know what I mean. And the reporter asked him, he said, has it been fun? He said it hasn't, but hopefully there's a turnaround. So, we're hoping that, no matter what, we don't have an Andrew Luck situation where, we just have a quarterback that says, you guys haven't protected me. I had a nice run. I'm going to keep it pushing because I'm keep rehabbing every single year. Moving on to another team in a similar division, the AFC North. the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders play at home. And I was talking to a buddy of mine. He was asking me, what do you think about this game? Because both Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders were at 0.5 touchdowns for Bovada. I think it was at like minus 120 for them to throw a touchdown. You know what ended up happening? My boy, my guy, okay? Number one stunner. Shedeur Sanders goes 23 of 42, 364 yards, throws for 3, runs for 1. And in a controversial 2-point conversion play, they decided to take him off the field because Kevin Stefanski wants to lose. I don't know. Michael John, did you see this game? Did you hear about this news? Did you see about the money on the wrist going crazy? It was bling-blinging in for a minute.
I'll say this. Great game. It's also against the Tennessee Titans, who are the worst team in the league, and they still lost. But Stefanski threw so hard. How the hell you let Shedeur cook like that, and you take what? One, why are we going for a 2-point conversion when we're down 14 and we score a touchdown? And we have the Cleveland Browns defense. Why are we going for a 2-point conversion on the first one?
Make sense.
What the hell are we doing? And then you're going to do a direct snap to Quinshawn Judkins, looking like an idiot running around in the backfield. You take Shedeur off, especially after Shedeur hit the scramble for the touchdown in the fourth quarter. I have no idea what to say. Kevin Stefanski put his ass on the hot seat. He had a good first year. They had one good run with Baker. He's been ass since. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Stefanski. After that, seriously, you just want to thwart Shedeur Sanders. You did everything in your power to draft Dylan Gabriel's short left-handed ass in front of Shedeur. You have Joe. You bring in Joe Flacco. You put him in. You wanted anything but to play Shedeur. He gets in because of injuries and trades, and he gets to play. And look what he's been doing. Explosive plays. What have they been lacking? Explosive plays. Is he perfect? Far from it. Is his completion percentage too low? Absolutely. Is he the best quarterback we've seen on the Browns this year?
1,000%.
Sorry, Stefanski, you done.
Come on. Yeah.
I speak my piece. That's it, because I cannot believe the Browns did not win that game. I cannot believe it.
I was baffled beyond measure seeing the situation, knowing that Shedeur was going to go crazy, knowing, again, obviously it's the Tennessee Titans, but still, it was a travesty. But I had to talk about that game because I just felt like it was a true fix. You just threw it. Just legit threw it. We hate to talk about injuries, but YBK, I know that, we had a situation happening because we also had a signing in the last 24 hours. Can we talk a little bit about the Indianapolis Colts and what happened with our boy Daniel Jones?
Oh. Wow. So what happened to Daniel Jones?
So I mean, just to give you a little bit of understanding,
because the Colts have been doing good.
The Colts have been doing well.
Well, have they been doing good? You guys remember last week's talk?
Well, they
were on they started 8-2 and they were on a 2-game losing streak. I told you guys, the Colts is ailing. They're on their way down. There's a hairline fracture in the left fibula of Daniel Jones, so he's got a fracture in his left leg. And what do you know? On a non-contact injury on his opposite leg, Daniel Jones plants his foot and tears his Achilles. Been trying to fight through them injuries. I got to give Daniel Jones credit. He's tough. He's a tough mug, so I don't blame him. They've been in trouble. I told y'all going from last week going into this week, they're in trouble. Jaguars, Liam Cohen, is that his name, bro? Duval.
Duval.
I'm sorry, but Vrabes is above him still right now, but I might put him on my coach of the year list.
Thinking about
who expected the Jaguars to be this good, bro? Colts lose yet again to the Jaguars, get pieced 36-19.
Yep.
Wasn't even close. Jaguars with a defensive clinic and the Prince looking pretty good, bro.
Not
Yo,
bad.
boy.
Not bad.
So, man, I'm feeling like the Colts is down on their luck, and they're out of the playoff picture now, I think, because Houston won. So now Houston takes their spots head to head in the wild card. So now the Colts are on the outside looking in.
Looking in.
Or are they still in that 7th spot?
I'm pretty sure. I think if we're looking at it, they're right there. I think they're
they're right on the outside looking in. Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. And YBK, I think they signed a.
They signed a vet.
So, who did they sign?
Were y'all also shocked
They
reading
signed
this?
the high school head coach.
Come on, talk to me.
Mr. Phillip Rivers. 48 Yo, how old is man? 45?
44.
44 years old. He playing a high school head coach right now.
Listen, he's been watching his 1-year-old grandson for
And
the last couple
the
weeks.
team, he's like, you gave us one great season. Not great, but one good season with us. We're going to sign you one more time.
Yeah. Shane Steichen was also the offensive coordinator with the Chargers, too. So it's why they have like a bond.
Yeah.
So the head coach of the Colts knows Phillip Rivers, and he knows Phillip Rivers knows the offense, and he also played for the Colts that 1 year and threw for 24 tutties, 11 interceptions, and over 4,000 yards as a 40-year-old. So it's not like he did bad. They was good that year. They won 11-5, and they lost in the wild card.
He had like over 4,000.
The boy can still truck it. Now,
2020.
he can't run for nobody's business.
No,
when
no.
I say statue like Tom Brady, he's worse. But, I mean, it's nice. Phillip Rivers gets to get off the couch. He got about 24 kids, and so it's nice where he can just kind of chill and get away from them 24 babies, because that's a lot of kids. The man says, I'm going to sow my seed as far and wide as I need to. And I think it's from the same lady. That's ridiculous.
So
Crazy.
Phillip Rivers in 2025 return, he's on a practice squad contract, pays him weekly rate in line with veteran minimums. So veterans on a practice squad in 2025 earn $17,500 and
week?
$22,000 per week under NFL's practice squad pay system.
damn!
A week.
For $80K a month? Damn!
Pretty good.
That's it, though. That's not a lot.
It's not a lot. Not a lot.
He probably getting some back end money on that though. They probably say, listen, come on out. We're gonna pay you the veterans minimum, but we're gonna toss you some extra money on the back end. Maybe give you 4 or 5, just in case something happened. Because you know what I mean. That CTE.
Bro, they're hurting. They're a long way from a couple years ago when Anthony Richardson was the next hot thing.
dude.
Man,
They
too bad
are.
for him, bro.
I know.
Oh
That
my
bum.
gosh.
He might come back though. He's on injured reserve. They could still activate him. It's not too late.
Get that boy out that team. They've destroyed his confidence so much, pushed him in so many different areas. He needs to go to a quarterback guru like the San Francisco 49ers, or go to LA and hang out with Matthew Stafford for a little bit, because that boy got no game whatsoever. It is ridiculous. Okay, got all ability, no heart. Let him know. Ask him to come out for some water. Asking, I can't breathe. Get that bum out of here. Listen, talking about a man with grit. Talking about a man who has, has put the team on his back. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Baltimore Ravens 27-22.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers throws for 284 yards, runs for a touchdown, and throws for a touchdown. His first one since he was playing for Green Bay. Damn. How do we feel about a 40-plus-year-old Aaron Rodgers leading the Pittsburgh Steelers to a possible, what would you say this? Positive season. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel about that? What are we thinking? Because they're 7-6, and we know they go about 500 every single time. He might be 2-3 games over 500. Take him to the playoffs.
Good for
Playoffs?
I think I'm sleep.
Playoffs?
I don't know. I mean, I'll tell y'all this. Lamar ain't right. And of course, the 1 year I draft Lamar in multiple leagues, he ain't right. I don't know if it's because he came back from the injury. He finally ran his first running. It was his first rushing touchdown
In about
since
he played.
week 2. Guys, week 2. You heard it right. They don't look right. They settled for all them field goals in the fourth quarter and third quarter. And was that a touchdown catch, or was that not a touchdown catch?
I don't understand.
What the hell is a touchdown, bro? That's a touchdown that likely had.
Yes.
That's a touchdown.
Yes.
Did you see the play with
I saw
Aaron
it.
Rodgers, the interception that they rolled back? How, bro, tell me what the refs was smoking, because I'm going to have to get the plug real quick.
They were trying to make sure that Aaron Rodgers was going to win that game.
Bro, how is
Made
that?
sure Aaron Rodgers was winning that game.
How is that not an interception? But that's not I don't understand the rules
Makes
with
no
the
sense.
feet. You need to establish a third step in the end zone. Since when?
Since when?
Since when? You catch it in 2 feet down.
I'm
Like,
in.
oh my God. I'm like,
in.
I don't understand what. They be interpreting the rules crazy. Sam, if you haven't seen it, you should pull up the play.
What you mean by 3?
Look up
Look at
the play that
Go to
was called
Isaiah,
back.
yeah,
Isaiah
Isaiah
likely
Likely,
had
yeah.
a catch, looked like a touchdown, and they called it back, saying he didn't have his third step, which would have given him. I don't know. I did feel like they'd be making it up and interpreting it how they want to in the moment. Sometimes
Depending on who you are, what you're doing, and how much money you paid the refs that week. That's what it is. Because Isaiah Likely is one of those players that, like,
Fake to Henry on first down. Go to the end zone. They've got a touchdown. Ball's knocked out, but he had it long enough. Likely.
I don't understand. Look, at play's done.
One.
Play's done. It's over.
That will stand. That is definitely a touchdown.
That's definitely.
And they say they overturned that?
Yes, bro. I don't
Reset his
understand.
feet.
Look at the game. It's over. It's over. I already
Had to
had
be for a
possession.
flicker of a second. And
I
not
already had
for
possession
likely.
of the end zone. They said,
After
well, we
last
didn't
week.
have the third foot down.
Enough of this.
They said
Losing
he
the
didn't have
football
third
around the goal
step
line.
down.
Fake to
Bro,
Henry
I'm
on first.
already in. The play's
No,
over.
no,
right when
no.
I feel like it has to be right when I have possession and I've already crossed the plane of the end zone. The play's dead. It doesn't matter what happened no more. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes.
Damn.
I know.
Because he even looks like he
Are
let
you
go of it
serious
after.
right there?
He looks like he's like, whatever, it's raw. Good.
I know.
Oh,
Ridiculous. The
my
NFL needs to
gosh.
be looked at because in terms of this game, y'all was slipping. Y'all was slipping on the Baltimore Pittsburgh game, and y'all slipping on Cleveland.
Yeah,
and
I still feel like Baltimore's mid as hell. Like we thought they would be better because they've been that way for the past few years, and they are what they are. There's a reason they started 1-5, and they got up to 6-5, and we thought they're going to be at 8-5 in a couple weeks.
Playoff
They're going to take
potential.
out Cincinnati. They're going to take out Pittsburgh. I guess not. They're sitting at 6-7 and could still win this division, but
gonna be tough. It's
they
gonna
have
be
the
tough.
same record as Miami Dolphins now.
Come on. I think the second half of Sunday's games were probably some of the best that I've seen. You know what I mean? And we gotta go to the man that I've been talking a little bit mess about, talking a little spicy about, Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta apologize, Jordan Love. I'm gonna say a quick apology to my mans. Okay, for the first time in a long time, you look like you were controlling the offense. It didn't look like Matt LaFleur was controlling the offense. It looked like you was controlling the offense. And the fact that you was able to beat the Chicago Bears the way that you did, shout out to you. I'm just saying. I gotta apologize. I don't apologize often. You know your boy Kenan Lee's a prideful mug. However, 28-21, the Packers beat the Bears, take over in the NFC North. I thought it was an amazing game. I felt like, a game-sealing pick for the Packers. Defensive game, it was great. How did you feel about Caleb Williams, and how did you feel about my boy Jordan Love?
Not only did they take over NFC North, they took over the first seed in the NFC.
Crazy.
Yeah, just like that.
9-3-1.
Just like that, they took over the first seed.
And the Bears
Jordan Love
dropped.
been doing that.
Yeah.
Jordan Love been doing that. We talked about that. I don't want to disrespect Jordan Love. I never did, because that's why when we was talking about a few weeks back, Matthew Stafford versus Jordan Love, it's like, if we're talking about this year, yes, Stafford's stats is crazy. And he's also he's like an all-time great, definitely a generational great from the position. But Jordan Love knows how to run the offense. They just don't have a bona fide one, but Christian Watson looked like a bona fide one with a couple of them catches that he made. Let's get that ball up there, high in the end zone, give you a step, go up and get it, but leave it in a good spot. I like the competitive nature, and I like what Christian Watson has added on the vertical game.
Yes.
It's just because they don't. Who is it? Is it Jaden Reed, who just came back first week? Is it Romeo Dobbs? Is it this new kid, Matthew Golden, who we haven't seen that much about? Is it Christian Watson? Evidently, it looks like Christian Watson might be the guy since Tucker Kraft went down, because Tucker Kraft was having a career
Amazing,
year and was looking great. So shout out to the Packers. They're always a great team in the regular season, but they usually fizzle in the playoffs. Let's see if that can be the run. On the flip side, tough game for the Bears. Great way for them to keep fighting in the second half and staying in it, and lost on the last play of the game. What did you think of the play call at the last game? I don't know if you saw, Sam, but the game came down to the very final play of the game, which ended with an interception.
Yes.
Similar to how Caleb kind of made a nasty throw against the Eagles when he rolled out on the left side of the pocket, rolled out toward the sideline and kind of threw against his body. This time,
It was an interception, boy.
it was a bad throw. It wasn't a terrible play. It was a bad throw. It had to be a perfect throw to make that play
My
work.
frustration is, Ben Johnson, make it make sense to me. Why are you running the same play in the fourth quarter with a game-sealing situation that you ran a couple weeks ago against the Eagles? It doesn't make sense to me. You can't do the other side. You can't have him roll out and a fake handoff left, roll out right, do the same thing on the other side. You literally did the exact same side, exact same place, exact same handoff. If I'm watching film, I know that joint's coming.
Well, not only that, Green Bay called a timeout before they ran the play.
Because they knew.
So that's what everyone's criticism has been. Why, if Green Bay calls a timeout, then brings a defensive package to better match that play,
They know.
why run the same thing? I guess the other hand is if the play has worked before and it's a play we're comfortable running, why not run it again? I understand that, but Caleb Williams didn't make the play. And he's so athletic and makes unreal plays, and then he kind of misses some throws like that you don't. You know what I mean?
He be using too much. I feel like of his athleticism. It's like he don't have the fundamentals sometimes that he needs to be an excellent quarterback.
Yeah.
And he'll miss Little Jones and be like, yo, he'd be like, I'm confused. We're gonna talk about somebody later at the end of not right before the end of the NFL segment, because I feel like he does the same thing. He's a one read type of quarterback, and that's where I had an issues with Jordan, where I was able to actually see during this game he wasn't a one read type of quarterback. You looked at one was covered. You looked at two might have covered. I'm throwing it up to Watson. Bam, he gonna make a play for me. Let's make it jump happen. So it was tough. It was definitely tough, but Caleb Williams is growing. It's his second year, I think, for what he's doing. I just don't know if Ben Johnson thinks Caleb Williams is his quarterback. I feel like Ben Johnson wants somebody more like a Stafford, someone who's a little bit more polished in the pocket, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Bears. And with this loss, looking at them in the standings, it's not looking good for Chicago. It's not looking good at all. So...
Well, to go from 1 to 7 is crazy just with one loss. Yeah.
6 freaking standings.
Yeah, but no worries to them. They have a chance to right the ship because they play again. They got 1 week here. I forget who they play, and then they're going to play Green Bay the following week. So they can get that one back.
They'll get it back.
And it's in Chicago for the next game.
They got Browns, Packers, 49ers, Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Did you guys see Matthew Stafford going crazy on Arizona?
Yo, that guy's
Is this our MVP?
40 plus.
Could be.
Is this a legacy MVP situation? Is this what we're feeling?
I mean, it's close between him and Drake May, but don't let Drake May whoop on the Bills this week and, come.
Oh, y'all are versus the Bills.
You can come see me after that.
I mean, Stafford threw for 281, 3 touchdowns. The Rams won 45-17. This game was a nice bounce back game for them.
I just feel like do you penalize someone if they have like the best wide receiver in the league and then the best number 2 wide receiver in the league? Is that like a penalty? I know JSN's nice and the stats say something, but I think Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the league, and I think that Devontae Adams is clearly the best number 2 in the league.
Well, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Puka had that situation in the offseason with his girlfriend cheating on him. So you knew this mug was going crazy. I knew he was going wild. It's hard to penalize someone because Puka wasn't a top 10 draft pick. He wasn't a first rounder. He wasn't even a second rounder. Then you got an old Devontae who you've seen at multiple different places with gunslingers not be able to put up the production that he's able to put. So I kind of look at Stafford, and I love Drake May, and I still think he's my number 1 for my MVP. But I am looking at Stafford and how he's evolving as a quarterback. He's throwing the tight ends. He's throwing the Puka. He's throwing the Devontae. He's really enhancing that offense to a whole nother level, better than I think if you put a Bo Nix or if you put a Tyler Show or even a Baker, you know what I mean, to some degree. So I really like what Stafford's been doing. I think he's number 2 in my vote. Do you penalize a guy because he has the number 1 receiver and the best wide receiver duo in the league right now? I
don't know if I penalize him, but I certainly look at Drake May with the 31-year-old Stephon Diggs coming off an ACL, and then Kayshon Boutte and Pop Douglas, Romario Douglas. Like, that's what I'm playing with. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, bro. It's like there's no Ramondre Stevenson was your starting running back to start the year, bro. The Rams have Kyron Williams beating up on you in the first half, and then Blake Corum beating up on you worse in the second half. It's crazy. It's just a really good offense. I'm not saying that it's a penalty. I just think like when we look at all the years of like someone having like all these offensive options, a plethora of options to go to versus the person who makes more with less. Like the Patriots are better than the sum of their parts.
Correct.
Right? That's how I feel, whereas I feel like the Rams have had this build for a while, and I don't know. I feel like it's close.
Yeah, when I look at Stafford, I wouldn't penalize him because he has Puka and he has Kyron, but I would have expectations though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, give him a minus, but damn, he's matching the expectations. So
when do we usually send out our MVP picks? Is it after the second round of the divisional?
No, I think you have to cast your MVP vote at the end of the regular season.
At the end of the regular
yeah,
season.
because postseason doesn't take
You
into
don't count
account.
The
Doesn't come
MVP.
into account
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So that's why I'm nervous.
It's close.
It's close, and I still think it's Drake. But this is a situation where we look at Joker last year and we look at SGA in terms of the MVP situation, and you knew Joker with less is just doing more, but SGA just is winning and having this you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where it's like I feel as though if I'm voting, I'm giving it to Drake.
Yeah, I mean, this is the answer. The question is this: do you just give the MVP to the person who has the most touchdown passes, like in most yards, basically? Like, is that what we're gonna do? Is it just a stat chasing thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you don't just give the MVP in MLB to who had the most home runs.
Correct.
It's who had the best season, whose team had a best season, who was the MVP, who uplifted. Now, did Matthew Stafford if Jared Goff was flipped back there, how much worse or better would they be? That worse or that bad? Like, Stafford's a little bit better than Goff, and that's why they traded Goff and some first round picks, but Goff is hella good, and that offense was putting up 50 pieces and 40 pieces with Goff too. That's why I'm like, this Patriots offense was putting up 15 points
Last
against
year,
17 points a
17
game
last
with no
year,
Drake May.
21
We was
now.
putting up like 19, 18 points a game. So I don't know. Like I look at it, but I watch every Patriots game.
What
so
is
I
the
see
equivalent
effect.
stat from like MLB is WAR, right? Basically WAR. I feel like the highest WAR I feel like deserves MVP. What is like the equivalent for NFL stats when you look
That's
at
a
WAR?
good
That's a
question.
great question.
I'm
That's a
not
really good question.
I'm not exactly sure to be
very
honest with
Because
you.
all the quarterbacks usually play all 17 games, so it's not like you're getting a guy where it's like half the season.
Right, you're not gonna play.
Yeah,
or-
you're not gonna play anymore, so it's kind of hard. I think
That is an interesting question. Like,
I
what
think
is the category of MVP?
I think if I had to put my like voting ballot, right? The first thing we look at is the wins. So like I'd be looking at Bo. I'd look at obviously Stafford. I'd look at Drake. You know what I mean? I'd even look at the Prince. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, okay, you got the win. You got the wins to kind of say, all right, bet you looking lit. Then I look at the expectations, and I look at okay, the playoff. If you were a playoff team last year, I don't think Jacksonville was a playoff team last year. New England definitely wasn't a playoff team last year. So it's like, okay, I'd be like, oh, where you? I'm like, okay, boom. So you elevated your team to be a playoff team. Then I look at, okay, what was the core numbers? Was your team, top 5 in offensive, or you know what I mean? It's not like, especially for a quarterback, if you don't have if you're not in the top 10 of rushing, I'm gonna be like, bruh. And you winning the games, and you got the top 5 offense in terms of passing, I'm gonna look at you and be like, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But if you got a team that's kind of like, oh, I got a decent running back, so I'm in the top 10 of that, or I'm in the top 8, and I'm only top 6 or top 10, you know what I mean? In most rushing categories, lower on the 5 and through 10 than the 1 and through 4, then I'm like, eh. So that's why I can't give it to Bo, because he just looked like he's looked.
Oh,
bad.
it's definitely not.
Do you know what I
Bo.
mean? I can't give it. I can't give it to
no,
Bo.
It's not.
I can't give it to the Prince because the defense looks really good on Jacksonville, and he hasn't had any stellar moments. You couldn't give it to the Bucks because Baker just lost this past weekend. So I can't give it to Love yet because I think when I'm looking at my boy Michael Parsons in the defense that really mattered, he took over that game in the fourth quarter. So that's why I'm looking at it, and then we're gonna talk about this team that just lost. Or 2 teams that just lost. I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's Stafford. It's Drake Mays to lose. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's close because Stafford righted the wrong that he did by having 2 interceptions and 1 fumble loss, but he also played Arizona, right? It's just, we'll see. And like you said, last year they was a playoff team.
That's what I'm saying.
They won the division last year.
And they were 2-3 plays away from playing in the Super Bowl. Right?
Well,
You see what I'm
they
saying?
played good in the playoffs.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So that's where it's hard for me to look at Stafford and be like.
So in terms of like your MVP like voting system, it's for me listening to you, it's either Drake Mays, Matthew Stafford.
Right now, yes.
Looking at the wins, looking at everything, all the attributes that you said.
If Dak won last Thursday, I'd throw Dak in there as the third horse.
Okay,
kind of just chucking behind.
Like a dark horse, yeah.
But because he didn't win, I'm like, bro, like it's a two-man race right now. And Drake May, I think, is a good 4 or 5 steps ahead Stafford because he hasn't had a bad game. Even if they lose next week and Drake May still throws for 2 touchdowns, 246, no picks, or just 1 pick, and someone throws, like Stevenson has a fumble or something happens where, you know what I mean, Hunter Henry has a fumble and we lose by 3 or 4, I'm going to be like, yo, Drake May's still MVP in my book because he's losing on decision. He's not losing off of him just throwing a crazy, terrible game.
No.
Speaking of crazy, terrible games, I don't know what was being burned in the air between Sunday night and Tuesday morning because 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL combined for 7 turnovers.
Jeez.
It is the first time in the history that 2 quarterbacks who were in the Super Bowl the year before combined for 7 or more turnovers in the same weekend.
Crazy.
You're Houston Texans, Michael John. How are you feeling about CJ Stroud?
I told you.
You did. You did. You've been on.
I told you, bro.
You've been on
Last
the crystal.
3 weeks.
You've been on a crystal ball with that boy.
3 weeks in a row. I
real.
told you, and that was even with Davis Mills. I was like, I don't know. Texans defense is that good.
It is really good.
The Texans defense is that good. To follow up regarding the turnover situation. Patrick Mahomes should not be blamed for. He got blamed for that first interception, but the one that Kelsey let go off Kelsey don't look like Kelsey no more. I'm not sure what's up with Kelsey. That interception is on Kelsey, not on Mahomes for sure. Yeah. Right, and then the pressure that's coming to you, it's like when you get when they rush into pocket like that and you don't got time and there's dysfunction and you're the leading rusher because you keep getting pressured and I got to scramble. I don't got someone to run the ball. Pacheco ain't nothing and Kareem Hunt.
Everybody knows.
I don't even get me started with him. So I'm going to say this. CJ Stroud is not putting up flashy numbers, but when you watch CJ Stroud is the quarterback I want. It's why last year when we went to playoffs and I told you guys Houston's going to beat the Chargers because Stroud doesn't make the mistakes really. No, he's not forcing the ball, and no, he's not getting like these crazy plays, scramble like Caleb Williams across the back and over the end zone. No, but that boy has the fundamental traits that we aptly agree others lack. That's where I'm at with it. Texans are a dangerous team. Texans will probably win that division, but Jaguars made a statement game against Indianapolis, so I'm not going to just write off the Jaguars anymore. I'm going to say Texans probably will win that division. Shout out to the Texans, and both Super Bowl teams are on a decline right now.
Big decline.
Specifically, the AFC's representative from last year, I think they're gone.
I gotta be honest with you, man.
I think they're done.
Travis was my dog.
End of a dynasty.
And he's always been my dog. But when I tell you the drops, the mental errors that I used to think that this man would doesn't make these mistakes, he is costing his team literally playoff chances. This dude, I understand that Taylor Swift is making you do a lot of press. I understand with your New Heights podcast and everything with your brother. I understand that. Everything is great. I'm not denying that. However, I'm the first one to tell you, when your mind is not on football, number one, or whatever you're doing, you're not going to do whatever you're doing very well. I'm just letting you know. The physical will be there. But in terms of the mental, I was having a time of my life Monday night. Tuesday morning, I played golf. Boy, I could not think. My brain was not with it. I just couldn't do it. Travis, I know she's beautiful, a.k.a. a billionaire. But I don't know if it might be time to hang it up.
I think he might retire at the end of the year.
This is it, bro. I'm like, fam. I thought this was going to be... This is going to be the redemption year. We're going to have one more year, Travis, and he's going to retire. This boy looking terrible.
No 10-year run in your division. That's going to remain with the Patriots. 09 to 2020.
Tell him.
Send Mahomes to a different team.
No, you need to draft a legit tight end. You need to get a tight end, a bona fide tight end.
You need to rebuild. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You need to rebuild the offense.
It's the end of the Mahomes, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce dynasty. I think it's the end of that. I think there'll be a new one with the Rice, Worthy.
Oh, true.
Another tight end, somebody, blah, 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 blah. I think, all those stuff. But, dude, Guys was getting murked over there. This is the first time I watched a Houston Texans game start to finish. Houston has a great defense. They played very well.
Best defense in the league.
Yeah, best defense in the league. I also think, I'm not going to lie to you, I was talking a lot of mess about C.J. Stroud. He does know how to win, and I think that is one of the most important aspects as a quarterback, just being a winner. That's what I saw during that game. He didn't, like you said, he didn't do nothing flashy, but he knew how to win. I was very surprised.
They're done. You know that's it. Like for the Chiefs, they're done, bro. Yeah. They're done. That's it.
It's over.
6 and 7.
They're done.
You think it's over, huh?
I think it's over. It's all over.
They could run the table and still not
squeak
do it.
in. Yeah, well, they could run the table and not make it. You're right because of how.
So right now they have a 13% chance of making the playoffs. If they win, 18.
That's not that.
They lose,
damn.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, well, they can't win the division no more.
Yeah.
No. That's over.
There may be a playoff team. I mean, maybe a wild card team if they can sneak in.
Versus the Chargers.
They can sneak in. They might be all right.
Chargers beat them earlier this year too already.
Damn.
Speaking of the Chargers.
Jeez.
Run it.
Speaking of the Chargers. Listen. Shout out to my boy Black Jew Kid, my dog. You know what I mean? We had an amazing time. My man took me to a football game last night Monday night. And when I tell you it was an amazing view, it was an amazing time. I was texting the MSD boys, letting them know how litty I was. Boy, I tell you. We got to see his favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and I really got to see up close and personal what these boys look like. However, it was tarnished in overtime with a 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interception game and a fumble from Jalen Hurts. When I tell you I've never seen a man play so bad, it was ridiculous. And they had a chance to win that game. Again, I am very grateful for going to the game, but it was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
YBK. I was in great spirits heading to my seats. Yes. Leaving the stadium, even though it was packed out with Philly fanatics.
Yes.
I was not happy. Talk to me.
All right. I got a few things about this game. A few good things too about it too. Please. You know what I'm saying? It's not everything bad about this.
Not everything's negative.
Sucks that Jalen Hurts had one of his worst starts of his whole career. 4 interceptions, not good at all. But I give credit to our defense with 7 sacks to Justin Herbert. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good, I gotta say. Another good thing about the Philadelphia Eagles that I saw this week was finally the usage of Saquon Barkley.
Come on.
That 54-yard touchdown?
Yep,
that was pretty electric.
Easy money.
And 20 carries for 122 yards. It's good. And I feel like we should just run like this throughout the whole regular season now. We have 4 weeks left. Let's just run it. I think this whole season we had no identity of our offense. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what it was. Patullo didn't know what he was doing.
No.
But I feel like, I don't know. I just didn't like the overtime pick. Yeah. Like, I don't get me wrong. They were pushing. They were pushing. But I think that he was overly excited.
I'm watching this game, right, and I'm sitting there. And now it was kind of a lull where they were going down, kicking a field goal to even force the OT. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they were kind of like, all right, we know we're gonna stop them. It's gonna be overtime, whatever. So going into overtime, the Chargers get the ball, and they're moving down the field. Herbert is able to do what he needs to do. He's rushing. He converted a 3rd and 7. It was great. Yeah. But we get in the red zone. We held him. We held him to 3. It was big chilling. It was no problem.
Yep.
We get the ball. We had a couple dead plays, but we had some escape situations.
Correct.
Jalen went for a nice little run. Life was Gucci. I think what happened was they wanted to get out of there too quick. You feel me? They already was like, hey, we already let this game out of our hands a little bit. Let's kind of go for a little bit extra, and they pressed it. Because Saquon was killing it, and if they convert that first down on that 1st and 12 or 1st and 17, you hand the ball off to Saquon 4 times, let him get a 2 touchdowns, call it a day.
Easy.
So,
and I gotta say, like the missed field goal by Elliott in the second quarter.
Second quarter.
Yeah, that was big too. When you see the outcome of this game.
Yes.
Mikey, how'd you feel about this Philadelphia game?
I mean, I told you guys that the Chargers were going to win. Although I
say
said
this.
my score was 27-20, which was kind of was relatively close. To be honest, both teams left points on the board. Yeah. The thing was, Herbert is like a 70% Herbert right now because Herbert fractured his left hand last week, got screws and a little rod put in his left hand the day after, and played a week later. Yeah. Told you he's tough.
Savage.
Omari and Hampton barely came back off injured reserve, so they needed to get him going. They got him going with that reception touchdown to start the game.
He looked big and strong on that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
I told you if he comes back, I feel like pay dirt. He'll see pay dirt. This is the storylines that I will say about the game. Eagles needed this win.
They needed it.
Right? Chargers wanted this win. Eagles needed this win more, in my opinion, because now you leave the door open for Dallas. You left the door open for Dallas, and I'm not surprised. Jalen Hurts, before this game, has only had 4 games in his career where he threw more than 40 pass attempts. And like AJ Brown can cry all he wants, but like they are not going to win a game when Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball 40 times frequently. He literally did it 4 other times in his whole career before this game. So this is his 5th game ever where he's had 40 pass attempts. Now, if you could actually throw the ball, like if you was a quarterback who really threw the ball, I would say it's fine. But Jalen Hurts does not succeed that way. Jalen Hurts, we be seeing him win. It's 25 pass attempts, 26 pass attempts, 27 pass attempts. True. That's why we see Jalen Hurts with these long stretches. He hasn't had an interception in 8, 9, 10 games. Well, when was the last game he had that he threw over 30 pass attempts? It's not frequent. That's what, like last year, that's the difference. Also, no backup running back. Where's Tank Bigsby? Or Tank Bigsby?
He was hurt.
Where is he? Where's your backup running back? There's no backup running back. So Saquon gets 20 carries, which is great. He breaks one for 50. He goes $120, averages 7 yards a carry, and gets a touchdown. And you still assed out like that. How? Look, it's not going to work out. They need to get the offensive line figured out. I know Jurgens was hurt and Mailata's hurt and this is hurt. All right, well, listen, there's only so many excuses as you get down the year. Who cares? We don't care who's hurt. Justin Herbert was hurt. You know what he said?
He said,
I'm going to put a glove over the broken hand that I had surgery on last week and I'm going to play. That's why he got sacked so many times, because he was a little bit skittish in the pocket. So he'd go down early, and notice he also carried the ball 10 times. So that means Herbert had to go down to the ground 17 times with a broken hand that just had surgery on. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. There's no more excuses. You're the reigning Super Bowl champions. I know y'all had to play a few extra games the last few years because you went to the playoffs. So you had 3 extra games each year that you go to the Super Bowl, right? You know what I mean? That catches up. Look at the Chiefs. It catches up eventually. Every single year, these extra few games. So I had a feeling Chargers were going to win this one. I don't know what to say. I just feel like the Eagles is on that the downward spiral, and hopefully they can get themselves out of it with an easy game against the Raiders next week, bro.
Exactly. But I feel like the next 4 weeks we have here is Raiders, Commanders. The Bills are going to be the hardest, and then we ended with Commanders. So 3 teams that eliminate from playoffs, from contention. But this Bill game is very important. But I feel like I can see the Eagles here in the first round of playoffs playing away.
Yeah. One thing I gotta say.
Yeah.
And watching the game as close as I did, it was
very close.
It was very close. It was really nice to be able to see this. AJ Brown did not have a great game, and he really needs to stop talking mess out there, because there was multiple times, my dog. You still a number 1 receiver, but there was multiple times, bro, where you stopped running routes. I saw you stop running your route. You got a ball thrown to you, and you literally missed it by 6 inches on your fingertips. I saw you. I saw another one when you lost a route, and Jalen Hurts threw a pick because you didn't want to run a route correctly and run it all the way. You need to run your routes. I understand you're tired. I understand it's been long in the season, but he is looking for you. And as someone who actually seen the game in real time, you had some costly situations, my dog. Some costly situations.
Especially the 4th quarter when you dropped that in the end zone.
Costly,
that would have been the game-winning touchdown, kick.
When I tell you, though, even on that route, he still hesitated. You know how, Mikey, you think, oh, he ain't going to throw it to me when you doing it like, oh, go for a go. And you be like, I'm flag football or whatever. And then you be going, you'll see it, and then you get a step on the guy, and you be like, oh, he really chucked it. And you got to take those little extra steps. Now, when you fresh, and it's your first or 2, 3 go routes, you could do those little and kind of catch that fall, do what you got to do. But it's the 4th quarter. You've already ran 6 go routes. You hurting a little bit. But my frustration was, it was the first series he missed a play. So I gotta give Jalen Hurts a little bit of woosah in this situation because he made some plays where I'm like, bro, your receiver didn't run the route.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if he has to throw the ball 40 times, that's what is going to happen. There's going to be a couple interceptions. Maybe one not his fault, but a lot of those were his fault.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
We could go. I could run it back. I'm trying to think of them.
No. He had a corner one. He had one. He
obviously,
didn't
that game-losing interception was clearly his fault.
Big time.
Clearly his fault. Tipped up by one defender and caught by the other. It wasn't.
You had two defenders on a regular schmegula guy.
So on Dotson, looking for Dotson in the corner. So
ridiculous.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure what will get the Eagles right. I guess it's an easy schedule. Does that mean like they should, if they go 3-1 right now and they're 12? What are we at? 8 wins or
8 wins?
Yeah, if you go 11-6, like are they feared? I don't know. I mean,
we'll see. I mean, we got a big week.
Sometime
15 coming. Right.
I just got to see the layout of the seeds.
That's what
you know
I'm
what I mean?
saying. We
Yeah.
gotta see the layout of the seeds. I think this week is going to show a lot.
Did they put the rule that if the wild card team has a better win-loss record, that the divisional, even if you win your division, you have to go on the road if the other team has a better winning record?
Correct.
I love it because it it very well could happen both with whoever wins the AFC North and whoever wins the
NFC West or NFC East.
Yeah, well, it depends on because NFC East or also the NFC South too. Because they both because the wild card will probably end up being whichever of the two teams between the Rams, the Seahawks, and the
Niners.
And the Niners ends up with the two lowest records. Crazy yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
Be very interesting.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire.
It is.
Yeah.
I have one concern. We got the game of the week coming up.
Game of the year?
Game of the year, game of the week, game of the season. It's coming up for us next week.
Yeah.
Why are we not flexed for a Sunday night game? Why are we having a 1:00?
That's a great question. If this was flexible, you definitely should do it.
I'm so confused. I'm like, why are we not flexing this game? Why are we playing at 1:00 in New England? It makes no sense to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 1:00 game in New England, but I'm just saying,
I have no clue. Or at least a 4:30 p.m. Eastern, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that, yeah. That's crazy.
Because we got Minnesota and the Cowboys for Sunday night, and we got the Dolphins
that is
and the
so
Steelers
trash.
And the Steelers for Monday night. I'm like, bro, flex us to the Sunday night game.
That is so trash.
If Drake May had a playoff run last year, we would have got flexed.
Imagine that was played here.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been nasty. But you know what? It is what it is. We got week 15 coming up.
Buffalo got there.
Buffalo plays New England at New England. It is the winner. The winner will take the division, and it's going to be my New England Patriots.
Not necessarily the winner doesn't take the division. The Patriots can still lose this and win the division. Because we're up 2 games right now. So Patriots are 11-2.
Okay.
Bills are 9-4. But we won 1 game against Buffalo already.
That's true.
So if Buffalo beats us, they'll be 10-5. Patriots will be 11-3. So that just means we need to keep pace with them, or we'd have to look at our conference record.
Yes.
We lost though once to the
Miami, right?
We lost to the Raiders and we lost to the Steelers.
Yes.
So we have 1 loss in the conference.
Yes.
Bills lost to the Texans and to the Pats. No, but in our conference.
Oh, in your conference.
In our conference.
Does this?
Oh, they've lost 3 games.
Well, you know what? 2. Sorry, we lost to the Raiders. With the Raiders is AFC. Yeah. So we've lost 2. The Bills have lost to the Patriots, 3. The Texans, and Miami.
Okay.
Right?
So 3.
So they have 3 losses. We technically could still lose this game to the Bills and still just win the division. Yeah. We could still win the division. That Baltimore game is iffy, but then we got Jets and who do we got? One other. So
do you think this is a must win for Josh Allen, or is this kind of like a?
I think if they want to win the Super Bowl, they need the road to go through Orchard.
Yes.
The last year that they're going to have that stadium. I think that it's close to a must win for Buffalo.
Okay.
Close to it.
Okay.
But fun fact, y'all are undefeated away.
Yeah.
We're at home though this week.
But with your Ravens and your Jets, y'all are pretty good away. So.
Yeah.
Just get them Bills.
Get them Bills.
See what
happens. If we win this game though, then that's it. We won. We're
big chilling.
We Patriots clinch a playoff spot with the win.
Yes.
Because we'll have 12 wins and Bills will only have 9, and there's only 3 games left after that. So no matter what, we'll tie the Bills or we're guaranteed, because then they can't pass us for a wild card. You see what I mean? Even if we lose out and they won out, we'd still be tied record. So we guarantee a wild card minimum.
Come on with it, baby.
With a W.
I mean, y'all are lose, current, win, all over. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be all right.
NFL's like, y'all got it. Y'all got the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's in our hands. So
What a turnaround for y'all.
Come on, baby. Coach of the year, my people.
Wow.
Come on.
What a comeback.
I love it. I didn't see it happening like this, and I will gladly.
Listen to your boy.
I will gladly. I felt like they were a playoff team. That, don't get me wrong. I said we gonna make playoffs. I didn't think we were gonna be the first seed in the AFC, bro, or the best record in the whole league. I didn't see that. I don't think no one saw that.
I have faith in Drake May and Stephon Diggs. I have faith that they're gonna win them games for your boy. I didn't think they were gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
Damn, bro.
We'll see what happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl bound in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it. I love it.
Man, NFL. Unbelievable. Beautiful. I think we have a special segment before we wrap.
Oh yeah, we're down to our second to last week in UFC. I guess this Saturday is the last week, but we just finished off, so we're gonna have to hit you with the Michael Johns Octagon. So in big news, we've already discussed briefly Paramount purchase UFC rights for 7 years. So no more paying for pay-per-views. If you have Paramount Plus, you get every single UFC pay-per-view as well as their fight night events for the year. I already have it, so y'all want to log in and watch it.
Come on,
you got your Saturday night.
We might have to get some live streams going too.
It's interesting. Actually, we haven't talked about media for a while, but I don't know if y'all heard the rumblings about Netflix being purchased. Netflix trying to buy Warner Brothers.
No, bought it. No.
Listen,
no.
You know what happened?
Government came in and
you know what happened?
No way.
Paramount offered a better package.
It's not $86 billion?
No, Paramount offered more money per share.
Way. It's not official?
No, antitrust. It's got to go through. Bro, that's like it's like when JetBlue was trying to buy Spirit. You can't just, because you have to look at whether it's a monopoly. Yeah, this has to go through antitrust.
Yeah, it's the feds looking at this mug.
No. This is
not official.
No, it's far from it. Far from it, bro.
Listen, you giving somebody $80 billion, it's not going to be an overnight situation. It's not, we signed the deal. They're going to say, we got to clear. Even though we agreed that I'm going to give you $86 billion, the government got to agree that I got to give you $86 billion.
So even though this happened, they say this, that's nothing right now.
No. That means
to acquire.
That means that the deal has been agreed to, but Paramount has made an aggressive bid,
and now
even
this
better,
happened.
which will be interesting because Paramount just bought the UFC rights, and now this. We'll get to a little more media talk because I know it's been a hot minute since we talked about media talk and numbers. But we did have our final pay-per-view of the year. Okay. Maybe our final pay-per-view ever for UFC.
UFC. Okay.
Yeah, maybe our
Paramount. Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe boxing's gonna have to go in a similar thing. DAZN, maybe they should do a yearly membership. You pay $120, you get every pay-per-view. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I do know that 2 championship belts were up for grabs this last weekend.
Okay, then.
We had a retirement fight for a former 2-time champion and Olympic gold medalist. There was a lot of good action this week. We had, in the main event, Merab Dvalishvili trying to defend the bantamweight title for the 4th time in a calendar year. It would have been the first time ever that someone defended the belt 4 times in 1 year. He had a rematch against another former champion, Piotr Jan, and as a plus 410 underdog, Piotr Jan got the job done, bro. He came in, he put the work on Merab. It was great. It's not like Merab got dominated. It was like a 4 rounds to 1, 3 rounds to 2. Still a competitive fight. I think it takes a lot of attrition on the body to fight 4 times in 1 year, to cut that weight 4 times in 1 year. And Merab came up short, and Piotr looked amazing. I'd love to see them run it back. So new bantamweight champion.
Nice.
Separately, we had the flyweight champion of the world, Alessandra Pantoja, trying to make a legendary run. Already had defended the belt 5 times in a row. He's looking up at the all-time great Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, who defended it 11 times. He had 11 championships. That's all-time greatness. Sadly, first round, 20 seconds in, Alexandra Pantoja throws a head kick. Foot gets caught on Joshua Van, the 24-year-old shoulder. Pantoja falls backwards. and he got the Jaden Daniels. Remember Jaden Daniels with the elbow dislocated? Looks like your arm's broken. Yep. He dislocated his elbow. The shoulder popped out. Fights over in 20 seconds. Unfortunately, that's considered a TKO. It's a freak accident, but actually that's a TKO. You're injured and you can't continue. Joshua Van is the second youngest champion of all time, 24 years old with the belt. Congratulations to him. Yeah. Just a year ago, that kid took a loss.
Come on, with
and now
baby.
Just a year later, boom.
You're a champion. Listen, keep your head up, boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? You might lose, but come back. You might come and win, baby.
Yeah, exactly. As a 24-year-old, it's crazy. John Jones is the only person younger to win a championship. So shout out to Pantoja, though, because he's a beast, and I'd love to see him come back. But he's getting a little older, like 34, 35, like up there, maybe even close to 36. So he's got a rehab. I hope he comes back and can fight Van, and maybe we'll see what would happen in that fight, because that would be fun. The flyweights is only 125 pounds,
y'all. That's a light brother.
So them fools be swinging like crazy and grappling like crazy, because heavyweights, you can't really, like, if you swing like crazy like that, someone going down, right? Like it's fireworks.
One swing is like your health bar goes down. Like
the flyweights, they be getting busy. It's crazy. So we had another great flyweight fight between former champion Brandon Moreno and the up and coming Japanese sensation Tatsuro Taira. Taira won in phenomenal fashion, dispatching the former champion Brandon Moreno. And it looks like, I think Joshua Van gonna have to defend that belt against Taira, which is crazy because Tatsuro gonna be a real challenge for him. You know, he only has one loss in the Octagon his whole career. Tatsuro. He lost to Brandon Royval, former title challenger, and the main event fight of next week's final UFC card of the year before we transition to Paramount. So a lot of good action that's coming up. We did see Henry Cejudo, former flyweight champion, former bantamweight champion, and Olympic gold medalist wrestler. He had his retirement fight. He fought the up-and-comer Peyton Talbot, who he's a little bit, people like to talk about him because he be painting the nails. He got some crazy tattoos, and he be wearing the jewelry and hanging out with Frank Ocean. So, like, people like, it's a little weird because flamboyancy and MMA, it don't really go together. I love it. Peyton Talbot is an absolute savage. He out-wrestled Cejudo, and he outstruck him. He beat his ass. They fought each other, bro. They really put it down. You know, throwing them heavy hands, throwing knees. And it was a fun night. Overall, great card. And a lot of great fights coming up for the new year. One more week left, y'all, for 2025. Wow. And we have a 6-week hiatus. 6 weeks. Before we see the Paramount era get underway. I'm excited. So shout out to ESPN, who kind of helped propagate UFC, especially with COVID coming and UFC being like the big sport that was being aired during COVID.
True that.
I feel like the era of UFC is only going to keep growing. Like MMA, mixed martial arts worldwide is getting the platform it deserves. I think Paramount will do a lot of great marketing. I love the way their ads look. I love the way they market to different segments, age-wise. And, you know, shout out to ESPN for helping get this sport out, because I remember being 13 in 7th grade, 8th grade, and we buying the UFC gloves, or maybe not even buying them, from the Olympia Sports in the Watertown Mall. We go into the park and we put on the gloves and we fighting each other, like thinking like we wanted to be Chuck Liddell and Randy Couture and Rampage Jackson. Those were the big stars, you know. And now we've seen it go from Spike TV to Fox Sports to ESPN, and now I'm excited for a new era. I think it's a really great, fun sport, and yeah, I'm excited to keep y'all updated as the year comes around, y'all.
Anytime we get a chance to listen to Michael Jones' Octagon, we gain wisdom, understanding, and we find a new little love for the game, because you already know what it is. Shout out to the boy. We love it.
I love it.
So y'all already know what it is.
Come on with
I mean, needless to say, it's your boy Michael John. But shout out to MSD and shout out to my brothers right here. Always appreciate y'all. Looking forward to seeing how this NBA Cup plays out, because I know y'all, I would love to see y'all Lakers play against them Thunder. And yeah, let's get it. Bills, Patriots, game of the year. Patriots win at home 27-20.
Oh,
same score I chose for the
Come on.
For the Chargers Eagles game. Let's go.
Wow. Come on with it. It's your boy. You know what it is. Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee. I got to tell y'all, it's been an amazing episode. This week has been unbelievable. I'm excited for this upcoming matchup, but I do think my Patriots are they're gonna lose on this one. But that's okay. We're gonna come back for the rest. I'm thinking 30-24. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. How about you, YBK? What we talking?
I'm gonna have to go to the Patriots side over here. Can't believe I'm saying it.
Come on.
But yeah, I say It's going to be a very low scoring. 14-10
Whoa.
Patriots.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At Foxborough too, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Foxborough.
Yep, 14-10.
On the block.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, them tight ends better come in healthy because we about to beat up on y'all. Don't come into our house. And James Cook, you explosive, but don't let that ball hit the ground twice again because y'all done. If he let the ball touch the ground, y'all done.
We will hit you.
Speaking of OKC, they just beat the Suns 49 points.
Yeah, and Shea didn't have to play the fourth quarter.
Crazy. How do you beat a team almost 50 points? And they just, I think, tied the 2015. Yeah, Thunder matched the 2015-2016 Warriors for most wins through the first 25 games.
Ridiculous.
Ties for the best start ever in NBA history.
All right, let's see what happens too with Spurs and Lakers because Spurs got a 15-point lead early in the second, so very, very early in the game.
Is Luka
But,
playing today?
yeah, of course, bro. He's playing.
He's just a little rusty. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
Just
playing.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. All right. Yeah, NBA Cup is going to be, the next time we meet, we're going to talk about the winner of the NBA Cup and see what's going on over there.
I don't know if there are any winners in the NBA Cup, but, you know.
It's the same thing, regular season. We going to count it like that.
Let me shut my mouth.
Tripping.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. RCR Presents MSD Sports. My name is Sam. You can find me at YBK up in here. We got Mikey over here. You can find him at Michael John DeStefano.
Yes,
we
sir.
got David Camden over here. You can find him at Mr. Club Paradise. You can find us, MSD Sports, at RCR MSD Sports. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Let's go.